Hey YouTube, welcome to another episode of This Old Bus. Now, some of you that follow me, regular subscribers, may know that I've been fighting a wind noise issue on my bus for some time. I was in Phoenix recently on business, and I was able to stop by and see Juan, who is another YouTuber who's got a channel called Beginning from This Morning, and take a look at his bus. And just so happened that when I was down there, Scott Crosby, the bus grease monkey, was also there doing some work on Juan's bus. So I got to spend a little bit of time with those guys, meet Juan. It was pretty cool, and I got to check out his bus. Well, when you're looking at another guy's bus, you're going to swap war stories and talk about different issues that you have and whatnot. And one of the things that came up was my bus and this wind noise issue that I have. And I was able to inspect Juan's door gasket and determined something that may be important. So what I noticed when I was talking to Juan was that my door rubber gasket is mounted differently than his. It's the same style, but this flappy part, trying to get some light on this here, this flappy part on his bus was on the inside, and this round part was on the outside. So I thought that was odd. And I have looked at other buses when I was at rallies and stuff and hadn't noticed that sort of situation before. And so I consulted with Luke, who is a parts supplier at US Coach, and sent him a short video of what I had going on here. And Luke said, yep, yours is mounted backwards. And one of ours had to be backwards. So I am in the process of pulling this off, and I'm going to try and flip it around 180 degrees and see if this will stop my wind noise problem. So that meant that I had to take my door diamond plate off. I've got this kind of diamond plate mounted on the inside of my door. That had to come off so that I could get access to this, which is a piece of vinyl trim, because this is obscuring access to the door rubber all the way down. So I'm in the process of disassembling this and getting access to that right now. Kind of a bit of a job. This is the first time I've seen my door with the diamond plate off. Doesn't look so bad. So that's what's going on. So of course it's glued on, so I'm having trouble getting that off. Little tip for you though. One of these guys, Harbor Freight oscillating scraper. These things are awesome if you have like glue or silicone or something you're trying to get through. It goes through like butter. Well, that's what that looks like with that peeled back. I think I'm going to go ahead and replace this leather while I'm in here. However, there's one screw up in here that I can't really get to that could foil my plans, because that would require tearing apart my entire dash. So we'll see about that. Well, I got it off of there. I'm going to go ahead and replace it. I don't think this thing is going to cooperate with me going back in the other way because it's got some memory to it. And It's just not. I got this far with it. I'm going to put a new one in. I'm not going to cheap out on it. And it's chewed up a little bit on the bottom here that I didn't notice earlier. Some holes through it. So those of you that have a 4106 or possibly other GM bus might be interested in seeing what that looks like with the rubber off. There's these metal strips that the screws go through to hold the rubber on. See, it's got some curvature to it to match the door. So I'm going to set this aside until my new gasket gets here. So to be continued. Interestingly, one of these is kind of U-shaped and the other one's flat. One of these bars. I sort of thought that flat would be better. So now I gotta wonder if this is stock. Because this U-shaped piece, which is in the area in question, could prevent proper sealing. So yeah, I wonder about that a little bit. I think a piece of flat stock would be better there.